Hey guys, it's Logan. This is the informational video for the Eagle Rock Loop trip. Just kind of give out some basic information for what to expect. So this first trip, it's going to be 3 nights, 4 days. It's during our fall break, so we have, you won't be missing any school. It'll be from that Thursday to Sunday, on October 5th to 8th. It's 30 miles, which sounds like a lot to new hikers, but over 4 days, it's really not much. Here's what you can kind of expect for the layout. Thursday at 7 a.m. we'll be meeting at the UREC as we did before. Get into our respective cars and carpool up there. We're going to carpool there, and when we get there, we have maybe 3-4 miles the first day. Sorry, 5 miles the first day, a little over 10 miles on day two, a little over 10 miles on day three, and then we will be camping about 2 miles away from our cars on the fourth day. So we kind of wake up, we finish, we have plenty of time to get back on the road and get home at a reasonable hour. Now, this trip is more difficult than, especially if we came on the first trip. That was just a kayaking day trip. So for this, this is hiking. This, you do have to be prepared for it. But it will be challenging for first, if you have experience hiking, this will be a breeze, no issues at all. Especially for the mileage per day is super easy. For first time hikers, this is going to be more challenging. But it's very doable. Like two of our officers, their very first ever hiking trip was this, and this trip was enough to make them fall in love. It's in Arkansas, and it's beautiful. I recommend looking up photos online. It is beautiful, Eagle Rock Loop, and you can do it. You can really do it with any experience, especially the way we have it broken up. It's very doable. Several of our officers have actually done this trip in a day before, the whole loop. And we're breaking it up so that way, no one has any struggles with it. Now, what's most important is gear. So for our gear rentals, we kind of go over the basic stuff. This is just a rough packing list for you, and it's kind of divided up. The numbers next to each thing is the is the cost of it in dollars. Now, for a rentable from LSU, that is the price per day. Okay, so a headlamp. I mean, I phone flashlight, like certain stuff you don't need, but it's recommended. Headlamp is $2 a day. A cook set, maybe only half of us really need a cook set. And if you have all this gear, then you can skip over this part. This part is really for you. This is for people who are going to need a rent. Cook sets are $2 a day. I don't even really think you need that. Sleeping bag, $2 a day. You definitely need that. And a backpack is $5 a day. Trekking poles, like I won't be using them. You don't really need them, but especially if you haven't hiked a lot before, I recommend them, especially when we go up the mountain, because the idea is, 2 legs is better than four. It makes a difference. It makes a difference if you're doing a long hike having this trekking pole. So you just last a lot longer, gives you something to lean on, but you don't really need them, especially if you have experience. You really don't need them on this. A one-man tent or whatever tent you want, whatever strap to a backpack because you have to carry everything for this. Pocket rocket. Pocket rocket is not included in the cook set. It screws onto a fuel canister. It's your heat source for cooking. A long spoon. Oh, sorry. After sleeping pad. Especially people who don't have a lot of experience camping think, oh, I don't need a sleeping pad. I just need my sleeping bag. You need a sleeping pad, whether styrofoam or a flat one or inflatable. It doesn't matter. You need something to lay on, not just for comfortability, but about warmth because, it gets cold at night and the ground will suck the heat out of you. So you definitely need something to sleep on top of because when you lay on your sleeping bag, it crushes it so it's no longer insulating your back. The insulation comes from the fluff. And so if it's, squeezed down from your weight, it no longer insulates unless you got like a crazy thick one. Um, Now from that you have stuff you have to buy from the store. Long spoon, I recommend long spoon a lot. Um, it's just easier. You don't have to, especially because most of your meals are going to come eating out of a bag. The spoon just makes life so much easier. So highly recommend that. But once again, you don't need it. You can find them, and most of the stuff you can buy at Walmart. Camp fuel. If you're bringing a pocket rocket, you need camp fuel. They don't provide that. $5-6 for a little canister, and that canister will last you many campouts. Now for water, you do not bring all your water with you. Everyone has their own opinions on this. I'm a fan of the Sawyer Mini water filter. The threads are the exact same as a Smart water bottle or a Life water bottle. They're about $20-$25. They are awesome. You just fill your water bottle up with it, screw it on top, and you can drink directly out of the filter. They sell those at Walmart. And if they don't have that, the Backpacker will definitely have it, or some form of it. If you don't want a water filter, purification iodine tablets, they also sell those at any camp store and Walmart too, I believe. I'm not positive on that. If you get a water filter, Sawyer Mini is just the best. But if you don't want a water filter, iodine tablets, then same thing. You just fill your water bottle up and you drop the tablet in there. If you're doing the Sawyer Mini system, you get 2 Smart or Life water bottles. Those are the large water bottles. They have the exact, as I said before, the exact same threads. That's what's perfect for it. Now, things you kind of want to pack. You can bring as many clothes as you like, but clothes do fill up your bag fast. I am a firm believer of day clothes and night clothes. So each day that you hike, you wear the same clothes. And each night you sleep in the same clothes at night. You don't want to wear your night clothes during the day because then they get dirty, then you're sleeping in dirt kind of thing. So that way you have clean clothes at night and you hike in the same clothes during the day. Toiletries. So if you bring toilet paper, you don't want to bring a whole roll because it brings a lot of space. You bring however much you think you're going to need for those days in a little baggie. And then, there will not be, we may come across definitely one, maybe 2 bathrooms this whole trip. It's not a lot. And so toilet paper in a bag and something like hand sanitizer or whatever you need. You're gonna want hiking boots. You can do it in tennis shoes, or some people prefer trail runners, which are like a very thick type of tennis shoe designed for hiking. Boots are expensive. If you don't have any, bring tennis shoes. But if you got boots, bring them. And a second pair of shoes. There's a lot of water crossings. There's the Little Missouri River. We're going to be all around this river, and it's beautiful. And most of them you can get through without getting your feet wet, but there are definitely some that you're just going to get wet. You roll up your pants. Some people like to do it barefoot. Some people like to put on their water shoes. But at the very least, still bring a second pair of tennis shoes or cheap shoes in your bag, because even if you're wearing boots and you fall in the water and then now you got wet boots, you want a second pair of shoes. That can turn a good trip into a bad trip very quickly. 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of underwear minimum. You're gonna want something for anti-chafing. Baby powder, the little Gold Bond sticks. And if you don't have any of that and you're on a budget, any type of white deodorant is essentially the same thing. You rub it on the inflamed areas. If you're doing baby powder, you just do it every morning as a precaution. It makes life easier. Once again, chafing is one of those things that can turn a good trip bad really fast. Toothbrush, toothpaste, really all your toiletries that you think you're gonna need. A hat or sunglasses, kind of something. I like having a hat. I guess I don't have hair anymore, but a hat was nice to keep the hair out of my eyes. Rain gear. Rain is very unpredictable. It rained whenever I went up there. It rained whenever my buddies had gone up there. It's kind of a running joke that it won't rain for a week, but when you want to go hiking, it's going to rain. So a rain jacket, or if you want to tough it out, you can tough it out. But a rain jacket or kind of something, which is another reason why we say multiple pairs of socks, so you can always put on dry socks. And back to after this, it's kind of highly suggested things we don't really need. Camp chair. Do not bring your big folding chair because you still have to carry everything. But if you own a camp chair, bring it. Don't buy one for this trip kind of thing. Quick drying towel. We're probably going to be doing some swimming, so you also want to bring a swimsuit depending on the weather. And a quick drying towel to dry you off, or if it does rain, you can dry off, or if you're sweating like crazy, you can dry off. Bluetooth speaker, for the nights, around the campfire, that kind of stuff. Deck of cards is always nice to have. Bug spray. Honestly, I haven't needed bug spray up there, but bring it because it's better to have and not need than to need and not have kind of thing. And then a book or just something, at the end of the night trying to go to sleep in your tent kind of thing, because there is no service in this area, at least not from my provider. Now, for back to the rentals, now that's renting from UREC. By the way, those prices are a per day price. Right now, as of right now, we have 10 hiking bags and 5 tents to loan out. These are a $10 deposit, and at the end of the trip, you return the gear in good condition, you get the $10 back. So it really costs you nothing. And this is our as of right now. As we get closer, we're going to hopefully have more stuff, but there's no guarantees on that. That's all we got right now. Up next, my phone number. Any questions, anything like that, you can message me directly or through the sign up. Now, the sign up probably will not be up for a few days, if not a week. I'm just doing this informational video now so you can get everything ready. But yes, any questions? And for first timers, if you're experienced, it'll be just like the last sign up where you say your comfortability, and a member of our leadership will be reaching out to you. Make sure you have everything. Make sure you get you exactly what you need. And if this is your first time, or if it's not your first time but you're just unsure, don't worry. That's why we're reaching out to you. So you can reach out to me if I haven't gotten out to you in ample amount of time, or we'll be reaching out to you. And we can go as far as going to the store with you if you're just not sure, and walking you through everything, what to expect kind of thing. As I said before, it's challenging, but it's very doable. It's been several people I've known's first hike, and is the hike that made them fall in love with this kind of thing. So I really hope y'all can make it. I want as many people there as possible. These trips are a little bit different than like the day trip y'all went on, but it's still about having a good time and getting to know each other, and it's a good time. It's just you're going to be a little bit more tired. You're not going back to bed at the end of the day. We want y'all to be there. Thank you. Once again, reach out to me at any point.